than the colour of the jumpers.
Look, as I said at the half-time break there, the Broncos, they've created more opportunities than Parramatta. They just need one to stick. But I think the jerseys, they look pretty yellow. I don't think they would have looked too good on me.
Yeah. Well, you take my point, though. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for going with the fashion, but if you're a parent with a few kids and you're getting that way, to keep up with the Brisbane fashion, it's going to be pretty costly, old fella. So Parramatta fans, reminded that last year they got away to a great start with that win over the ditch at Eden Park. And they were buoyant, the Parramatta people. This time last year, well, let's say 20, 30 minutes down the track, the corresponding part of last year.
Right, Kevin? Yes.
So second half about to get underway. Friday night football on 9. Brisbane left to right and trailing 6-0. And Moy at full gallop brings it back towards the 20-metre line. Down there by Ben Hunt in 14 and Josh Maguire in 15. Looks like Justin Poore underneath that tackle of Thaiday. Now for Nathan Hindmarsh, who runs the play at Hunt and Thaiday. And they've got Nathan tied up. He's able to play the ball fairly quickly. Now Rennie Matua, almost to halfway. And be surprised if I'm wrong about that comment on his weight, Rennie. I'm not sure he's right. Here's Moy putting it down. So right on the halfway, Brisbane will come up with possession.
Broncos.
You wouldn't mind coming up with possession at that point on the field every set of 6.
Well, it'll be interesting to see which way the Broncos play it in this second half. A lot of mistakes in the first half. A very poor completion rate. Not a lot of ball going to the left-hand side of the field. One of their more potent attacking weapons in Jack Reed has hardly seen the ball. This is him coming around the scrum base now to get a touch.
That's one. Nathan, up. 10's here. Luke, hold. Yeah, wait.
Hunt. Deputising for McCulloch at the moment. That's Parker with the ball.
You see, the chief playmaker for Parramatta is Chris Sando. He's only been asked to make 6 tackles in 40 minutes of football. Now, playmakers in the opposition team, you want them up around the 18 to 20 mark at least. Try and wear them out.
Played by Maguire, and now for Thaiday, and Brisbane slowly but surely rolling this ball down the ground. They're 20 metres out, down the centre. Hunt goes away. Wallace, second man, pass, ill-directed, picked up by Hoffman. And he's able to get away from them. He beat Tonga. He shouldn't have beaten him. He had all the disadvantages going his way on that occasion. Now Wallace, he goes high over to the corner. The jump will favour the runners. Sio goes up. It went back to Sando. So Parramatta, a little bit of good fortune there, but Sio is not frightened to fly high.
And just his second first-grade game, made his debut in the final match for them last season. As they bring it out over their own 20-metre line now. That's the young man we're talking about.
There's Matua inside the 40-metre line. And back towards the middle of the ground, and again it goes to ground.
1-4, boys.
A knock on against Parramatta. Nathan Hindmarsh knocking on. So Parramatta twice now on consecutive sets, unable to get past the halfway.
Yeah, and 2 of their more senior players, Hindmarsh and Fui, just came up with really simple fumbles. You don't see that very often. And gifted possession back to the Broncos.
Rennie, join on Nathan, please. Pull him in. 2 hands on the ball, ball in.
Parramatta have the Warriors next weekend. And then after travelling to Townsville, Parramatta are at home to Penrith and Manly, while Brisbane are really on a road trip after This match tonight, they're away for 3 more before they play their first match at home against the Dragons. 20 metres out from the line now. It's come away to Norman, gone to Maguire, and Maguire running it towards the middle. Keating making the tackle with Paul and playing it back to Ben Hunt. To the left side for Norman. Norman got it away effectively, and it fooled a few players out there, I'm sure. And here's a run for Hunt, who's over on his back. And the referee says held up.
This is 5. Take it out, boys.
Well, they're getting very close to Broncos. That's the second time they've been held up over the line and had to come back to the 10-metre line. The Eels really have invited them back in with some soft errors. Peter Wallace now kicking across field towards Hodges and Yao. He knocks it back, knocked on by Parramatta.
Change over.
Oh, he's got a Bronco knock on first.
A Bronco knock on.
Yeah, don't try it away. He'll tell you when, mate. What's your foot, boy?
That was the call. And it's a fortunate one for Parramatta as they now bring it out. Let's have a look.
How's that a knock on? Rabbits? How was that a knock on?
I'm sorry, I just took my eyes away from the game because Matt Callender's telling me the Broncos are home next week. Friday night football against the Cowboys, isn't it? Yeah, so they're not travelling to Townsville. It's Justin Paul with the ball. We'll play it right in the middle of the 40-metre line. And it is Sando who reefs it down the ground to Yao. And Yao runs into Sando, and just a little hint of that shoulder getting involved from Sando on that occasion. The shoulder that John Lang is trying to get out of his game. Played then by Hoffman to Norman, and now it's out there to Beale. And played by Jared Beale, and this is Alex Glenn up towards halfway. Hunt to the right side for Finder. He goes behind one, finds Wallace, and then finds Gillette. And they're just outside the 40-metre line. Back again for Hunt then. He goes down to a kick from Norman, and Norman goes high, and it's allowed to bounce. And then it's batted back by Brisbane, but batted down to Matua. And he's covered up there by Josh Maguire.
Ooh, as he held that Kensio, he nearly lost that trying to scoot out of dummy half. That's Paul.
Played then by Justin. And here's Hindmarsh now. Holding the ball with great deliberation. Down the field in back play, I think it's Allgood who's got a finger that's popped out, and that's been popped back in again by one of the trainers. As the ball is played by Horrow, now to Sando, and he puts a monster kick on this one, down over the head of Hoffman, who knows that it's not going to reach the ball line, or in his mind he wasn't quite sure, so he went after it, and he's got it back to almost the 20-metre line. So Reid was the dummy half, Beale is the man with the ball. Players 25 metres out from Brisbane's line. No change to the scoreboard. It has been showing us 6-0 since about the 5th minute of this game. Thaiday to Wallace. Wallace's pass might have gone forward. Referee said no. Hodges makes good ground. And Hodges will play the ball right there, 40 metres out from the Parramatta line. Wallace now, his turn to play it. Marker pushed out of the road. Hodges gets the ball back in. And it is with Teo. Teo tries to go between Hindmarsh and Roberts.
I'm not sure Hodges is allowed to do that, is he?
Don't throw it away. What's that?
Is Hodges allowed just to run in and push people out of the way to get them off the ball?
No, and the referee had a good look at it.
I don't know. You know, like, he's trying to get up, and Hodges is not allowed to do that. Why isn't that a penalty?
Over the sideline, Wally Lewis.
Well, for the Broncos to get back into this match, Rabs, it's very important they remain patient. They've got to be prepared to work away, get their kicking game a little bit better and try and get some length. The Eels have managed to do that through the accuracy of Jamie Sandow, but things aren't quite going their way at the moment. They're still just 6 points behind on the board. Here comes another opportunity.
Well, Parker did have an opportunity. Whether he gained any advantage is problematical, and the referee, Shane Hayne, and his offsider, Gavin Morris, deciding that wasn't the case. And a scrum will pack down. To answer your question earlier, no, you can't do that. You can't do that.
Well, why wouldn't they see it, Rabbit?
Well, he saw it, and he obviously was happy to run with the game, keep it going.
But you just said he can't do it.
No, exactly. There's a lot of things in the rule book that you can't do. You and I have argued for many years about this.
Well, why didn't he penalise
He
him?
applied a bit of discretion to it. Whether it was right or wrong discretion, I don't know. You've asked for an answer. I'm trying to give you one. Here's Hodges with the ball.
You'd have penalised him.
Maybe I would have. Hodges plays it then. Wallace it is on the halfway line. The ball goes back to Teo. Then it's back to Wallace. And he gets it away short for Norman. A couple of metres into Parramatta's territory. And Josh McGrath, who's a very good young fellow. He's a very good player. Takes it ahead up the middle.
They're starting to warm to the task now, the Broncos.
Here's Parker.
Parramatta have made it easy for them in this second half. And eventually, they'll get the reward.
Hunt, handoff, Parker on, Friday lofted. Wallace with the ball, showed it inside, but then takes the tackle. Matua was up the top, and underneath was Justin Poor. Ben Hunt, dummy half again. That's gone onto the boot of Norman. He's gone right up into the clouds. And up, oh, he goes, CO, and the ball comes to ground. Well, that was exactly what Norman was hoping for, that he would get a mistake off the bomb, possibly possession back.
You know, the chaser didn't even attempt to catch the ball. I think he was just going up to get in his eye line, and poor old Kenny spilled his lollies there. He's had a great game. Here's the Bronco player, Jack Reed. What's Jack Reed doing? Where's he going? He misjudged it. He got on the wrong tarmac there.
Back row is fine. No, wait, ready.
So Broncos with an ideal opportunity here. Rolled into the scrum by Wallace. Norman for Hodges and Roberts. He invites him to come into the dance, and Roberts and Matua put him away. Play by Hodges, and Yagi goes through the middle of the rock, and it's a penalty.
Those are so obvious.
Again, I think it's because of the markers not being direct.
Yeah, just keep the mark, keep the mark.
Ben Hunt. Friday, strong, put down, 2 away, played quickly. Paul was the tackler. Wallace gets the ball away. They're playing it really a double pace now. Here's Norman, 8 metres out. Parramatta slowing them down now. They were playing razzle-dazzle stuff, and here's Gillette. And Gillette it is, who stands in the tackle, looks to unload. But he takes the tackle eventually of Horro. So Gillette, he plays the ball inside the 10. It's come outside that point. Gone back to Friday, gone to Wallace. There was a decoy run there by Teo. It's out to Hodges. Hodges away to Yagi. Here's the try. Here's the try for Brisbane. Scored by Gerald Yagi.
And it had been coming for the 12 minutes in this second half. They weren't able to take advantage of opportunities in the opening 40 minutes. Got a nice set play here. You see the Parramatta defence, which has done really well rushing up and in, but this time they don't make the tackle because the pass was an absolute beauty to create 2-on-1. Hodges onto Yao Yi, and he crosses in the corner.
Well, he's really had a roller coaster ride, hasn't he, to the position in rugby league that he is, Gerald Yao Yi. Debut, Test, Origin. I think I'm saying the right, getting it right and talking about all in the space of 12 months. He's done it all, and very much now a key figure in the Broncos outfit.
Really important kick this, Ray. The whole dynamic of the game changes. 6-all compared to 6-4.
Well, Parker's got this coming back. I think he's going to make it. Yes, he does. So Parker levels off the back of Yao Yi. It is 6-all.
That's a great kick. That's where your goal kicker does you a real favour.
Wally on the sideline.
Well, that was a beautifully executed play. The Keno replay will just show the Broncos players certainly being very patient. A well-timed last pass, giving them the opportunity to be able to score. But I just wanted to bring Darren Lockyer in and say, Lockie, this next set of 6, very important for Brisbane to work for field position and kick to the corner.